Just Chris. Right back.
All right. So we had, what, a week off? Is that correct, I think? We'll be picking up shortly.
Correct. We had a week off.
And then tomorrow is a Tal'Dorei game.
I can't wait. I will turn my video on shortly. Work keeps getting away from me. I don't have time to finish eating sometimes before 6, so I'm sparing all the sight of me going to town on a steak and potato.
You go right ahead. I'm going to go to town with some Jim Beam. Not too much, though. It's a work night. Okay. Who else is pending? So we need Ed, Jay. That's it, right?
I forgot how close I am to death.
Yeah. Death is a familiar thing, it seems like.
Hey, y'all, what's up?
What up?
Hey. It just occurred to me that Thursday nights, your players are like...
Green screen issues.
I can see that.
Yeah, your screen is green.
Hang on, get back behind here to adjust this sucker.
Is Chris okay?
myself a green screen.
There we go.
I think so.
I'm gonna Google that.
Sometimes I find you have to restart your Zoom. It's a good picture, Doomsday.
Is here.
He's got my back. How's everybody's work week going?
We're here to play a game, please.
So my AC stopped working on Monday. I freaked out.
Oh no.
But it was just frozen up, and then the guy said it was okay. Just the fan filter was dirty, and it may cause a problem. So we switched out the filters, and it wasn't all that dirty, but it's working again. So I don't know.
You get it cleaned periodically?
Yeah, it was the hottest day of the well, to date. I mean, historically. So I don't know. We had it running apparently it was like on 70, and he's like, yeah, when it's up in the hundreds, try to run it 75 or higher if you can.
I use a company called Filter Buy, and they deliver filters to the house, and it's less than what I would pay at Lowe's or whatever. And when they show up, I know to replace them so that I keep myself on a schedule that I don't have to think of.
That's good. That's a good idea. Okay, we all ready? Jay still having problems with his green screen.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
You want to reload your Zoom real quick, Jay? We'll wait another minute or two for you if you want.
Yeah, because I'm still getting into stuff. So.
Well, no, it's just no. I mean, it just wasn't in the right position. See, I got a little gap up here in the corner.
Move your computer closer. There you go.
I'll just be a little.
And angle your camera down just a little bit too. There you go.
Maybe that's what it was. That's probably what the problem was.
Yep.
The angle of the dangle. All right, I don't need this. Whoops.
Okay, so we last left off with the group aboard the lusty crustacean, captained by Georgette Dupree and her all-female crew. You have been sailing southwesterly to avoid the vast open waters of the Pomage and the great ocean beasts that prowl those deep depths. A day or so into the sailing, you came across what you thought was a merchant vessel in the distance, and the captain thought maybe they could do business with them, but realized it looked like it was floundering, or it wasn't even under sail. As you approached, she recognized the vessel as the goods are here. And it's captained by Skakoris Branson. You slowly approached, and you all discovered the crew was actually attempting to aid another vessel, oddly enough, though, below the waters. A quick parley, and the group decided to aid the strange yellow-looking vessel in the depths below. Far into after a bit of time, after making your way to the vessel, you could see what looked like some kind of gnomish device or submarine that was of yellow color, a yellow submarine. Eventually, a fierce battle took place, with the group eventually pulling out a victory against various marrow and a huge crab that had actually been pinning down the submarine. Upon returning to the surface shortly after, the group awaits the arrival of the gnomish vessel to rise up out of the depths. And
I don't recall that we left the water.
That's where I'm putting this because we had a week off. So you're back
Okay.
you're back on top of the vessel, on top deck.
One sec, I forgot to grab my headphones.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right.
And can you guys see Elizabeth?
She has
her camera off?
She has her camera off right now. She said.
Oh, there
Hola.
she is. I wanted to see your pretty smiling face. All right, I'll be right back.
All right.
He's buttering you up for something. Watch out.
Uh-oh.
That is one good-looking puppy picture, though. Very cute.
So you made your way back up to the deck, and the crew helps you on to the vessel. Even though you had water breathing, you're still dripping wet, water streaming off your body, and you see bubbles rising up from the side of the vessel as the submarine begins to ascend to the surface. It's not submerge; it's the opposite of that. Is it ascend? They have a word for that, though, don't they?
Uh,
I can't remember. Anyway, it's beginning to ascend to the surface of the water. Captain Dupree walks up to y'all and she says, what's the word? And the other captain from the other vessel is like leaning over because they both strapped themselves together, tied themselves off.
It was a most invigorating away mission.
And about that time, the Noma submarine surfaces up between or beside the vessels, and the crew lash on to it with ropes, and then a latch spins around, a mechanical whirling occurs, and it's just it's a crazy contraption of a vessel. One, it has a hull that has various copper and various types of metal in and out of it. It's just like a massive tube and twisting menagerie of just bits and pieces. Obviously, over the years, he's managed to find different containers. Part of the vessel of the hull is still made out of wood. You see portholes. Some of them are slightly cracked. Other ones are whole or fogged over. But at that moment, the latch to the vessel opens up. That hear a loud metal clang, and you see almost immediately a white poof of a beard kind of coming out of the hole, and hands kind of grabbing and struggling to get themselves out. And then you see as this individual slowly pulls himself out, it's definitely of gnomish descent. Has a well-groomed white, snow-white beard, bushy eyebrows, overly large ears, with many ear piercings, earrings piercing the sides of both ears. Probably well over 20 piercings going along his ears. His hair is obviously receded over the years, and he covers his head with a floppy captain's hat with a slightly yellowish glowing gem in the center with a wire cage holding it in place. As he steps out of the hatch, his clothing, though, you can tell he's been working frantically below decks, obviously trying to keep the vessel from sinking and flooding as the marrowmen and the crabs were attacking it and pinning it down. And as he comes out, you can see he has basically looks like a large leather apron that's just smudged with grease and oils and other types of mechanical fluids all about it. But surprisingly to your eyes, you can see as he pulls himself out, his hands and face are clear and free of dirt. He has a huge, big, toothy smile, and he waves his hands to all of you and goes, thank you so much for helping me. I thought I was for sure a goner. And he begins clambering over and around the various metal pipes and equipment, and jumps over to the other vessel and lands with a loud thud. And you can hear all kind of jingling and of equipment and pieces of metal and glass, spyglasses and gears and tools cling, but none of it falls out, surprisingly, from his pockets and stuff, and the little latches and holding pockets. And he walks up to y'all and extends his hand out and just begins shaking each of your hands, thanking you wholeheartedly for helping him out. What do y'all wish to do?
Is no problem. That's how we roll.
Have you any bandages?
I actually do have some supplies. Are you hurt? And he begins reaching behind his leather apron, and he pulls out what looks like you would say is a vial, and it's got a reddish fluid kind of swirling around about in it. And he hands it off to you. He goes, "That should cure you what ails you," he says.
I drink it without a second thought.
All right, so roll 4d4 plus 4.
Ooh. Hey, can we buy some of those?
Could have just taken an hour and,
Why were you being attacked?
Well, it's kind of a long story, and so he kind of walks away from the side of the vessel more towards the center mast where the other captains have assembled, and he nods to the captain of the goods are here, Captain Branson, and he goes, "Well, I was helping my friend here. He owns several vessels, and one of them sunk here recently. Odd circumstances. Perhaps now we know why. But he had lost one of his vessels here, and then Branson interrupts him and goes, "Well," and Branson, by the way, is a tiefling. I don't know if y'all realize that or not. Red-skinned tiefling with those curved horns that go back. Y'all have never seen a tiefling before. You're not sure what this is that you're looking at, and some of y'all almost have a moment of recall of the temple below the mines. Y'all had dealt with some devils down there, and he has an almost similar kind of look to him, but nobody seems scared of him, nor do the crew. but anyway,
So what's the gnome's name?
he didn't tell you.
Oh, okay.
Do you interrupt and ask?
Oh, I'm not going to interrupt.
Okay.
I just thought I might have missed something.
Okay. So Scorus, he goes, well, to be truthful with you, we were here doing a salvage job of a vessel of mine, and the maiden often, as y'all know, is the figurehead of some ship. So I'll put a beautiful maiden or a mermaid or something else on the figurehead of the ship. He goes, the maiden of the vessel. She meant much to my family, and so we were here to salvage that from the sunken vessel. But it's not just, normally it's you leave it be, but this has been from my family. It's been passed down for some time. Well, I should say from my father's side, but nonetheless, it's been passed down for a while, and it has some beneficial aspects to selling vessels, which to me is very important to recover. It would help this vessel now that I have.
Okay, man, whatever floats your boat, so to speak,
Well, funny you say that. He goes, funny you say that, but that's actually the name of the ship that sunk, floats my boat. But anyway, he says, what did you find down there, Cladwitch? And Cladwitch, the gnome, looks back at y'all and looks at the captain and goes, what I saw in the waters, it looked like it had actually, that and many of the chests and such on the vessel had actually been taken. I saw massive drag marks. It looks like perhaps the crab was used in some ways, and it headed off to a deeper area of the ocean not too far from here. Actually, he kind of points off to the north of the vessel, and y'all saw that area when you were approaching, but it was heavily obscured with kelp, a large.
Does that coincide with that dark area we saw? Look like a well or something?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And he goes, so we tracked marks there, but that's when, well, frankly, all hell broke loose, and I tried to retreat to save my vessel, but that crab came out of nowhere and pinned me down. And Jugette, the captain of the Leslie crustacean, is kind of just listening to the whole conversation here. And then Captain Branson goes, perhaps we can work out a deal here. If you could find the location and perhaps clear out the dangers of the vessel, where we can still recover it, I'll let you keep the treasure or the equipment that was once on the what floats my boat, and perhaps we can work out a deal that way. It is several thousands worth of gold and gems and other equipment I'll willingly give up to recover the maiden. And kind of looks at all y'all.
Well,
All four of us, no druid.
What was lost?
Somebody can play Chris if y'all want.
Can you balance the encounters without him, or do we need him?
Counterbalance. What is that concept? Jeez.
It was a dream, a hope, and a dream.
It's up to y'all.
Chris did say he's all right. He's just wiped out from the heat and the allergies because he does work out of doors.
Yeah, it's terribly hot outside right now in Texas.
Yeah.
But it's Texas. Surprise, surprise, right?
Right.
I'm gonna need a long rest fairly soonish. I'm only at half my hit points and I have no luck left.
I think if we're making an OA, we're gonna have to plan this one. Maybe get some more support again with that wand and.
What was lost down there?
Well, primarily what I'm wanting to recover is the maiden of the vessel, because it has some significance to my family, and it's also enchanted to help vessels through the waters at a speedier rate.
among the golden gems, what else is there?
Oh, hang on while the game master scrolls through his list here. Because, well, there was lots of silver and gold, platinum pieces, not so much, but I would say a good couple handfuls, maybe a bag worth of that. Various gems, and a few other items of interest.
So you're saying we could keep the treasure, and as long as we bring up the, maiden.
Well, I just need you to clear us access to make sure we can get to it, and then, well, my friend here, and he points to the gnome, can easily retrieve it, possibly with his sub and equipment.
Sure, why not? We're in.
Ah,
I vote yay.
So Captain Branson rubs his hands together. They kind of look around, and you've noticed the weather is kind of starting to get more windy and stuff. Because I don't know how much time we have. A full rest the whole evening may be difficult, but how long do you need to recover and get ready?
Can I take an hour?
Oh, I think the weather will hold that long. Looks at the rest of y'all.
I was kind of hoping for 8 hours, but hey, Yeah, I was kind of hoping for 8 hours.
Looks like I'm feeling pretty good.
Whatever the party needs.
Unfortunately, sorcerers don't get shit off of a short rest, so other than hit dice.
So you burned out of what?
Sorcery points and second level spell slots.
Yeah. It's y'all's call. It's y'all's call, but they are concerned the weather could get pretty foul. As you can see, it's beginning to blow in. But, that would just means that you have to get down there and get out quickly.
Let's just go for it. What's the worst that could happen?
And how are you looking on spells there, Salty?
I'm out of second level spell slots, and I have 1 sorcery point left, which means I have no meta magic.
Okay, so Eldritch Blast the machine.
I can do that. That's not much of a support mechanism, though. I mean, I have a 3rd level spell slot, and I have 1st level spell slots.
Can you maybe, hook us up with a few more of those potions?
Yeah, because we have no healing.
In case we get in trouble down there?
Yeah, does somebody want to play Chris's character? Urch. It's probably recommended.
Probably recommended.
He has a lot of problems playing his character.
Right?
Ed, do you want to try his character out?
I can try it, sure.
Okay. Do you have permission to it? Let me check the...
We'll make it a group effort.
Let's go configure permissions. All players, owner, save. So you should all be able to poke around with Ed's character. Chris's character now.
Okay.
No idea. Let's see here. Got all the firsts, all the fourth.
I think you might want to actually look at let me go to D&D Beyond real quick, see what he has, because I don't know if he does. Does he do his character in
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Neither do I.
It looks like it's up. He's got 30 of 43 hit points. It's a level 5 druid.
Let's see what he has on his character in D&D Beyond here. Spells. Where are the spell slots?
Oh, right, he's an elf. I keep thinking he's a gnome. Wrong character. I was like, why does he have elven weapon training if he's a gnome?
It looks like he has all of his stuff available. That's right, because all he did was transform into something, and kept just attacking. He didn't cast any.
He was
turned into a frog.
Octopus or frog.
Yeah, he didn't use any of his spells. He's got cure wounds and all the stuff.
But I think burned all the wild shapes.
I think so.
It shows 2 on his sheet. 2 of 2 available.
Wild shape. That's under features and traits. Where is that under D&D Beyond? Wild shape. He only has 2 available. So apparently he is not ticking off what he uses on his character. I know he changed twice.
Well, it could be on the Foundry.
No, in Foundry it shows 2 of 2 left.
Yeah. I know he went through them.
Yeah.
I know he used at least 1.
But if we take a short rest, I think
Does he get him back on a... How's that
on a short rest, yeah.
Well, we're taking a short rest because I just did.
All right. Yeah, you can take a short rest if y'all want. Not a problem. But what they'll do is they will not give you potions, but one of her crew members is a healer and can cast 4 heal spells on y'all at first level.
So you're going to come down there with us?
Urch is. But she can heal you now if you need healing now.
Well, now we don't. We just took a short rest.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're good to go then.
But you'll heal us when we come back, right?
Sure, she says to you with a sly grin.
How many more of those, tough guy moves you got left there, D-Day?
You only used 1. I got 2 left.
Okay.
You get them back on a short rest since we just took one? No? Long rest? Ah.
So y'all take a short rest, kind of recuperate and go through your equipment, figure out what you have.
I will utilize my Pearl to get back 1 second level spell slot.
So Clashwitz, the captain, Clashwitz Widknuckle gives you 2 potions of just regular healing.
Why do I show 2 there and 3 here?
That should help.
Put those in your haversack, Salty.
Yep, left outside pocket.
So Salty is taking the 2 potions?
Yes, they're in the left outside pocket of the haversack with 2 healers kits. I may have lied. I think I have 2 second level spell slots, and I had used a first level spell slot.
It looks like you have a lot of potions of healing here. Oh no, you've got 2 potions of healing I dropped in your inventory for you. I'm not sure what that 5 is on there for, but
we had several.
Yeah.
I didn't have them though. We had dispersed them to Althea, Doomsday, and Vel.
No,
I've got 1. Yep.
The water at the submarine 2 weeks ago. You were trying to make your way over to me so that I could grab a potion pack, but I never did.
Right, but I didn't have one. I only had 2 healers kits. We had found 3.
Not healers kit, healing potions.
Taunting me is what you were doing.
What?
You were just taunting me is what you were doing.
Pretty much. No, we had found 3
That's right. Now go away or I shall taunt you a second time.
We had found 3 stainless steel tubes within the torturer's chamber, and each of you took one because they were like a regular alchemical healing potion.
There were 3 and I took 1.
I took 1. I used it.
So now we have 2 and 2 in the haversack. And my goal in combat is to try to stay centered behind the front line. So hopefully I can get to you. I don't
Alright.
have any alien food. Yeah, I don't have
You
any.
ready?
Just waiting for y'all to decide when you're ready to plunge into the water.
As soon as
well,
they give us water breathing.
Yeah, they'll do that.
Okay.
Taps you with the wand and issues out the water breathing spells on y'all. Wishes you luck, and y'all jump off the sides and sink down like rocks.
Nope.
All right.
Jump off the side and swim down deftly.
That's right. I'm gonna swim down with much style and grace.
So y'all begin. You
I
plunge
blow
down.
Doris a kiss as I jump off the side of the ship.
You plunge down into the waters and begin sinking your way down as most gracefully as you can, Velis. And Vel, I'm sorry. And you begin making your way further and further into the darkness below. The sea kelp, the long strands begin coming past you, brushing against your body as you sink further and further. The light gets less and less as you sink down to the bottom of the ocean floor, finally landing with the sand poofing up around your feet and then settling back out around you. You see schools of fish moving around and about in the ocean all about you. And you know to the north of where you currently are is the location of the cave. Off to the east of you where would be where the ship was wrecked and you fought the crabs. Up above the kelp you can see various larger fish and other possibly predator fish moving around and about above you. You also see various squids and other creatures moving in between the kelp as the kelp waves with the motion of the water about you. You notice, though, last time y'all were through here, the kelp wasn't moving all that much, but this time it seems like the ocean currents are a bit more disturbed down here because they're certainly doing it a little bit more, now I would say vigorous, but they are certainly moving more foot to foot, side to side a little bit more than they were before.
Can Urch determine if that's natural since there's a storm moving in, or if something else is happening?
He can make a nature check.
Just double click on it on the sheet.
Yep.
Private, or I mean blind.
You can just make it a regular one. I'm fine with that.
Did it roll? Oh my. Yeah, I don't think I should take over Urch's character, guys. The curse is following.
You made 2 rolls. The first one's fine, 17. No, he kind of looks about and he says, you know, the weather. She goes, you know, the weather was far more localized than what seems natural normally. I think there's something else afoot here.
I suppose we should move with haste then.
Right, so we just got to go clear out the ships, right?
Looks like it. Not the ships, the cave entrance.
Where's the...
So, you have to kind of search around. You know, up ahead of you somewhere is where the parts were drug. You'll have to kind of begin exploring around, looking for where that entrance was.
So the ships are to the east and the cave is west?
To the north of you.
Cave to the north.
So, yeah.
And the cave is across the section of dead coral and everything.
Yeah, you had to get past the kelp forest to get to it. Now, on the outskirts of the kelp forest is where the drag marks were, but if you cut straight through it, you can make your way to where you think where it was possibly taken. What do y'all wish to do?
You go around this here kelp, or we got to go through it?
Does the druid or the ranger have that thing where we can go through
pass without trace?
Non-magical terrain without losing movement?
I have a thing. Not going to help us here.
Oh, okay. I don't see anything.
My favorite terrain type is forest. So if you're ever in a deep primordial forest with significant undergrowth hampering movement, I'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
You're muted. Okay. So going around the kelp forest will take you probably good 35 to 45 minutes. Cutting through it, probably about 15 minutes if there's no problems.
Well, you know there's going to be a problem.
Of course, that's why we're supposed to go through the kelp forest.
Oh no. There's no railroad track here. You can decide what you want.
We have a 3-hour breathe water, and it's going to be 45 minutes to go around. I guess we go through.
Yep, gotta go through.
Hey, wait a minute. The druid has water breathing. How do the druid spells work? Do they just cast what they want and knock offs? Or does he have to memorize stuff?
He has to prepare.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
They work like a cleric.
So what's prepared?
Well, you go to his character, and you go to spells.
Oh, okay. I see the little thing on the side there.
Yeah, click on the prepared.
Pass without trace.
He's got.
He did not prepare water breathing.
No, he didn't need to because they cast it for you. Okay, so y'all decide to make your way through the kelp. So it's the slow movement you see divers kind of make when they're trying to walk along the ocean floor. Even though you can breathe down here, you still have the resistance. So all of your vision, by the way, is cut in half. So if you have a 60 foot, you can only see 30 foot. And it's very dark down here as you move through the kelp. And if you look up above the ocean, you can see the beams of light cutting through and sparkling through the water above y'all's head. Rays kind of poking down. And you make your way slowly through the kelp, navigating around the various larger plants that are around you. And
So, do you guys want me to scout ahead, or?
I don't think we should have much distance between us because we move.
Well, not the whole lot of distance, but maybe 30 feet.
Take us a couple of rounds to go that far.
That's true. 15 feet, maybe?
Together?
Yeah.
Well, if vision is reduced, then, we've got to work with what we've got. So, yeah, 15 feet.
And, I got this ring of, swimming.
Yeah. Doesn't help us to catch up to you. 15,
No, but
15 feet is good.
I
okay.
got the Marin armor on. That'll help me get to you if you have any issues.
right.
Oh, there we go.
Because D-Day, you could move 25 feet?
One.
Didn't you get 20? Okay, I'll go 15 feet ahead of the party in stealth mode.
All right. So you begin. You move ahead of the group. Give me a blind stealth check, please.
Cover my eyes here.
Okay.
It just got very quiet. I don't like that.
Right. So you move ahead of the group about 15 feet, and to your surprise, even though it's a short distance, Jay, it's the amount of kelp here is quite prodigious. It's all about you, very thick, more so than the picture that you have as your background in the green screen. And the light's barely twinkling down as you've kind of moved further down, the cliff face or the hill face of the underwater ravine here. And something.
Should we be able to see something on the map?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
In the distance, you see what looks like, it's called Theater of the Mind. Up in the distance, something like flashes or sparks or twinkles in the kelp ahead of you. Just for a moment, it kind of like flits across and then vanishes from sight.
Oh, there he goes. We lost him. He saw gold.
No, it was like floating, moving, like in between the kelp, and like, then it vanished.
I'm not that
Here
kind
he
of rogue.
comes.
Underwater.
Okay, well, I guess I will send a message to D-Day via the message cantrip. Do you see those flashes in the water?
Make a perception check.
Yes, I do.
You didn't see him to the greatest detail as he did, but you did see some like twinkling in between the kelp that kind of moved about a little bit and then disappeared. What you saw of Ellis was probably the size of a basketball or such. But it was, for lack of a better term, it was very ethereal. It wasn't solid. It had a translucency to it, because as it moved between, you could see the kelp through it on the other side of it, as it kind of twinkled in and out and about in a very kind of watery kind of movement as it went through the water. But it was like glowing little pulses of light from it.
Yeah, well, there's definitely some weird shit here, so.
You go around the corner of some more kelp, and you see wrapped up in one of the kelp plants, hanging from it with part of its body on the ground. It looks like the body of a sailor here that must have drowned a long time ago. The kelp's kind of grown up around it, and as it's grown, it's kind of lifted it up off the seafloor, and it's just kind of hanging there. And you're kind of looking at that, and as your eyes glance upward, you kind of are taken back for a second, because now you see, heading off in the direction you're heading, body after body after body, either suspended like this or in the sand, buried halfway in, halfway out. Sailors of all types here and there, the remains of their bodies. But you see no fresh corpse here, though. They're all old. All of the flesh is from the bones is gone.
I'm gonna go ahead and take out my sunblade.
All right, you activate it.
Light it up.
Okay, so you pull your sunblade out, and it go, and it hisses and bubbles and crackles as it encounters the water. And it makes quite a bit of noise, actually, to your surprise. You hadn't realized this before. As it interacts with this water, and as water's boiling off of it, bubbles are rolling above you, and it's just creating this fountain of bubbles and light sparkling all about you, and it reflects all about you, and it's, you can imagine it's like a fishing lure.
Question. When we were ending our combat last we met, I had said I was going to gather up those harpoons from those critters.
Yes.
How many did I get?
Let's roll a d10 plus 2.
Big bucks, no whammies.
That looks like a 6.
Okay. Do you have the stats on those still, or do you want me to get them for you?
I don't have them.
Let me find them.
They were 2d6 plus 4 for damage.
Well, it's the +4.
The plus 4 was strength.
Your
Yeah.
strength, okay, yeah.
Yeah, 2d6 is correct. Piercing damage. Huge. Yeah. Yeah, and if they are, if it's a, it has to do a contested strength check, and you can pull it towards them. Roll it towards you if you want. All right.
That sounds pretty decent.
Up to 20 feet away. That's how far the chain is. All right. So, what do y'all do? You hear that? From Althea's sword behind you. And you'll see sparks of light from her sword sparking about you, and it kind of flashes lights here and there. The shape you saw, the glimmering of light you saw, Jay, has disappeared. You don't see it anywhere at the moment. Do you press forward or something else?
Well, I mean, I guess we press forward. There's not much other choice there.
All right, so you begin pressing forward through the graveyard. You're making your way through here, and you begin to see other things, pieces of ships, masts, the shred remains of a sail kind of floating in the water as it's entwined and entangled into the kelp. Ropes and rigging, you're kind of making your way through here, sometimes cutting your way through it. And the kelp is growing thick through here. And there's other seaweed and other things, and barnacles beginning to grow on the remains here. Occasionally you run across pieces of furniture and equipment. Up ahead of you, Jay, as you're making your way through the kelp, please make a... what's your passive perception? I got it.
Should be 16.
Yeah, where is that? Yeah, it's 16. Yeah, you do see it, absolutely. You see what appears to be like an extra chairs and tables, but off at a harsh angle with kelp growing about it. It's highly obscured. You just happen to catch it because the light from Althea's sword, as it's just reacting violently against the water. A piece of metal gleams off of what appears to be a chest stuck sideways into the sand with kelp entwined all around it, kind of waving back and forth. You see some fish schools like swimming around. But as her sword, pops and cracks against the water, the fish suddenly swim away.
Okay, I will send a message to D-Day.
It's probably a good 30 feet right at the edge of your vision.
I see a chest over here. I'm gonna go check it out.
Right.
You can making your way that way?
Well,
Yes.
I will wait for. Why don't you guys catch up with me, and then I'll take off over there.
So y'all slowly stomp your way, pushing things out of the way, kind of creeped out by the skeletons here and there hanging from the kelp. And the water above y'all moves around about, and you see fish, larger fish way up above y'all's head moving. You finally catch up to him. So what do you do, Avelis?
Okay, you guys see that chest over there?
Y'all do see the chest in the water.
Yes, we do see the chest in the water.
All right, I think I'm going to go investigate that chest in the water.
The chest in the water over there.
Right over there. Yeah.
It's the other chest in the water. All right. So Jay, you what are you gonna do? How are you gonna? What's your plan? What's your plan, man?
I'm
Traps.
gonna zip over there and at a safe distance, I'll use my mage hand to check for traps.
All right. So, what's your range of your mage hand?
30 feet.
So,
But I don't know how close I need to be able to actually see what I'm doing.
Well, due to how it's ensnared and wrapped up and stuff, you're probably gonna have to get 15, maybe 10 feet.
I'll try with 15 first.
All right. So you make your way up to about 15 feet from the chest, as it's sitting there in the water. Make an investigation check, because you're investigating to see if you can see the lock, right? Or is that a perception? That's probably a perception, huh?
Well, investigation is what you've traditionally used for checking for traps. But
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so you're not trying to check for traps here. You're trying to see if you're close enough to be able to do what you need to do.
I have the same bonus for both, so
Just make a perception check real quick.
okay, do you want that blind?
Yeah.
Hey, Urch, how about some of that sweet guidance? Okay.
All right. All right. 1 second. So yeah, from here, you think you're close enough. And about that time, though, as you're getting ready to cast your mage hand spell, you're looking through the seaweed and the kelp, and that's when you see that little glowing sphere kind of go, kind of, it's like a mote of light kind of floats upward through the kelp. Not anywhere, not like directly where the chest is, but it's like slightly behind it, and it kind of floats up. And off in the distance, you see another one, the direction you're heading, kind of float upward, up towards the light in the sky. But as they get closer and higher up, they just kind of go transparent and disappear altogether. And it's just, there's no discernible shapes. It's just a slight glow, a mote of light.
All right.
Is Vel the only one that sees those?
All of y'all can see that. Well, no, I guess not. Yeah, you can make a perception check. If you get above a 15, you see it also. If you have a passive perception higher than that, you don't have to roll.
What is my...
Urge sees it.
I see it.
I don't know what Doomsday rolled. Oh, 7. No, you don't see it, Doomsday.
Sorry.
And Althea. All right. So those who saw it could see those motes kind of floating upward and disappearing into the surface of the waters above.
Do I have any idea what these things might be?
You can make a nature check, perhaps.
I would like to.
Arcana check?
You make an Arcana check if you want. What do you want to do, Althea?
I want to do a nature check.
Okay. Is Arcana via Urch, or is it via
That's
Salazar?
Arcana from Salty.
I'm gonna make an Arcana
Urch.
too.
Survival, you said, or nature?
Nature.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
I said Salty. You can make an Arcana check.
Oh, so Salty got a 10 on Arcana, and Urch got a 19 on nature, but...
Okay.
Vel got a 17 on Arcana.
Well, you're all like, it could be perhaps maybe jellyfish. It could be
Oh my god, I was totally guessing jellyfish.
it could be swamp gas. I don't know. You're not sure. This is really not your element. Urch is the one that suggested possibly jellyfish, but he's not 100% sure. They don't tend
It's
to
a
go.
partially deflated weather balloon.
Could be. So, Velis,
Yes.
what's your desire at this point?
Okay, so my Arcana doesn't give me any indication aside from maybe a jellyfish.
Have we opened the chest yet? Because we only have an
Nope.
hour water.
No, you have not.
Well, I mean, we've only been here not very long.
Thank you.
All right, I'll open the chest with my mage hand
All right. So you need
from
to
20 feet away.
Strong hand.
Go ahead and make your investigation check, please. To find. Well, are you worried about traps or not?
Well, I mean, that's what I wanted to do before. You told me to make a
That was for something else.
perception.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
that was the moat
Okay.
lights and stuff. So make a
Okay, then yes, I want to use my. Yeah, I want to investigate for traps first.
okay blind roll, please.
Okay, and give me some of that sweet guidance, Urch. Okay. Whoops.
That is never going to get old.
All right. No, you don't. You use the mage hand to move the kelp away and stuff, but 20 feet away is pretty damn difficult. You don't think there's any traps at this distance.
All right. Well, then I'll just try to flip that fucker open.
All right. So you reach down to where the latch is. The mage hand kind of lifts up. How much weight can the mage hand lift? If you just click on the spell, it should tell you.
Yeah,
a
I'm
little
to
shy
say
of 2 tons, I think.
I'm wanting to say it's 10 pounds, but let me.
So it's a big difference there.
I'm not good at math. I don't
Apparently.
do math.
Where's my?
2 tons. Jeez.
I always try to support the party.
It can't carry more than 10 pounds.
All right. And can it exert different amounts of force, or is that just it?
It says you can use the hand to manipulate an object, open an unlocked door or container, store or retrieve an item, pour the contents out of a vial.
All right. And do you have any class abilities, because since you're a trickster, that give you special manipulation?
Well, it's
powers?
invisible, and I can use it to pick pockets and.
Okay. So you lift the hand up on the chest lid and the locking mechanism. It's so old it literally just like shatters. The chest lid kind of falls in. A big cloud of rotted wood and particulate just kind of mask any kind of sight you have in this area. And it just kind of spreads out and creates this thick, soupy, muddy water all about the chest, and it's really obscuring what you can see. What
Way
do
to
you
go,
wish to do?
Val.
Do you move in further, Vale, or you don't know how long it'll take for it to dissipate?
I'll use the mage hand to
It stirs it. Kind of gets thicker and stirs it up more, and kind of spreads out a little bit more, but it's not terribly thinning out. That could take a while. And see what's happening. The kelp is kind of moving side to side, so it's kind of keeping it trapped in here.
Do you want me to shoot it?
What's up with my spells and.
So so Avelis, do you move in, or do you send somebody else up there to investigate?
Yeah, I'll fuck it. I'll move in.
All right. Avelis, you begin moving up.
Like our team motto. Fuck it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a new effort on our part.
All right.
I'm gonna get us fuck it t-shirts made.
Hey, that could work.
Chris won't wear it.
All my spells are gone from my character.
We could do like F asterisk 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 it. Would you wear that?
No, his would be like, fuck it, let's deliberate.
Do you want me to re-import your spells from your D&D Beyond character sheet real quick?
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna fuck up my weapon though.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can re-import me if you want to.
Risk it, Val. Risk it.
It's probably going to fuck up his weapon, but we'll see.
I can fix it.
All right.
Build it.
Try now. So you slowly approach the cloudy water, making your way through the tangle of kelp, and you see the chest kind of comes into view, and the wood kind of collapsed in. And what happened is it's so old it just particulated and just kind of into just particles as it collapsed inward. But you see bits of shiny items all about the seabed where it collapsed and all entangled within the kelp itself.
I'll swim down there with him.
All right, so you swim through the water and you kind of land and sink down next to him. And yeah, and you do see what appears to be a significant amount of various items of maybe some gems and some gold and silver.
I'm keeping an eye out for ambush.
Sure.
Salty will try to move up within about 30 feet of those two and keep an eye out.
All right.
do our best to bag it up.
All right. So y'all begin shoveling what you found here into various bags. Quickly, you're not worried about getting sand into your bags and stuff. You just kind of shoveling it up. All right. So I'm gonna post in chat here.
With a little bit of caution, not
Right.
trying not to take the seabed with us.
I'm not sure if y'all were able to see that or not.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what you're gonna find as you spend time. Y'all spend about 10 minutes getting all this up, and every once in a while, about y'all here and there, you see those motes of light kind of floating upward. And then it gets really dark suddenly, like the sun goes out from above.
Despite my blade?
Well,
Look up.
Yeah, above y'all, a huge whale of some sort is swimming above y'all. And it kind of circles around about, and then it suddenly, like, whips its tail and, like, swims off really fast and away from y'all. A whale, as fast as a whale can swim. And you also notice a lot of the fish and the shrimp and other creatures about you have all moved away from where y'all are.
Message. Wait a minute. Is message first level?
Perhaps it's your sword, Althea.
Message is a cantrip.
Okay. Message to D-Day that we've got some kind of disturbance in the area.
Okay.
Everything else but us just left.
Y'all could press forward.
Yeah, we finish loading up this stuff and we move on.
All right. Y'all press forward, and as you make your way through the kelp, you see more of those motes of light in the distance. And as you begin clearing the forest, about 15, 20 minutes later, about 30 total, because y'all stop to get treasure, you see the lights are all kind of sinking downward and disappearing into that cave mouth. And once they get near it, they completely just go black. And you see the kelp's kind of growing around here. It's you're kind of looking around about. That's what you see.
That's all completely natural.
And there's a definite angle down towards the gaping maw of the cave.
Oh.
What do y'all wish to do? Because you're like on the precipice to go down into it.
Go back up to the ship and tell them it's all good, and let's keep going.
There's my salty.
I have no idea what Doomsday's doing there.
Go in.
Yes, let's go in. I'm gonna follow Doomsday in.
All right, y'all see Doomsday and Althea just making their way forward. I need both of y'all to do me a favor.
Anything for you, love.
Okay, you got a snack. I'm about to go to the kitchen.
I need y'all to make dexterity saving throws, please. The two of y'all.
Blind or public?
You can make them public.
A 22.
Making a dex save.
Just just Althea and Doomsday are the ones that headed in first. So you both clear the ledge. Who went first, Althea or Doomsday?
Althea's got the faster move speed down here, so probably her.
All right. So Althea, you begin making your way in. It is the sand here is very loose here, and it's very fine, and it kind of slides away from your feet. And you kind of slide like if you're on ice, kind of. You kind of slide, but you put your arms out and you kind of wave them like that, and the friction of the water helps you stabilize yourself. And you just happen to catch a ledge underneath the sand. It's above your calves, is how far you sunk down in it as you slid. Doomsday, though, is not that fortunate.
But I'm swimming.
You have buoyancy?
Yeah, why would I not?
Because you're wearing equipment, right? And carrying a sword and harpoons. There's no way you're going to float naturally.
Okay, I don't wear armor.
Right, but you're carrying how many harpoons? Which weigh a good amount?
Yeah.
Oh, you
Okay.
have a great axe?
So,
Okay. All right. I got you.
All right. So you Doomsday, you kind of just catches you off guard, and you kind of slide down, and you fall prone for a moment, and you go down into the fine silt here, and you know you're using water breathing spells, but all this silt and stuff goes up into your mouth and into your mouth and into your lungs possibly. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Sounds
The
extraordinarily.
DC's 12. You made it, no problem. So you quickly spit the water out, and don't take any damage from it. And so you.
I help him up.
Yeah, with Althea's help, you pull him up out of the silt, so your head's no longer down in it, and it quickly begins to settle back down. But you notice it lays very lightly upon itself and doesn't sink further down. It doesn't get compacted, if you will. So both of you are standing up now, and it's like right above your calves. That's how deep it is. All of y'all have seen this. What do y'all wish to do? Continue on? You got about 30 to 45 feet further to go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Instead of walking over that, I'll swim over that.
Are you weighted down with equipment and stuff? How many pounds of equipment are you carrying?
Well, actually, I'm carrying 15 pounds plus 6, 21 pounds.
Yeah, it's going to be an effort. You can do it, but you could possibly, people who are swimming could get fatigued from the effort. I have no problem with it. You can certainly attempt it.
I'm carrying 128 pounds, so probably not.
No, probably not.
But you have a swim speed.
Yes, I do.
Yes, but again, if you're carrying weight, you don't have the buoyancy you need. Swim doesn't counteract the weight you carry. It was a mistake of mine prior.
In other words, you're stuck down here forever.
So a swim speed doesn't give you your normal carry?
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
You're gonna sink.
Like you can move fine, but you can't move up. You can.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just walk across it then.
Speed, not float speed.
Like I said, you can swim against it. I didn't say you couldn't swim against it, but I'm saying you could get tired. I said could. Be aware of that. So you begin moving down? Alright, so Doomsday and Althea begin proceeding forward. Vale, Salty, Urch, what do y'all do?
Same thing, just walk forward.
Okay. So y'all begin moving through the water, down this silty pathway. Being aware of it at this point is not so hard, now that you're aware of it. And you slowly let your foot sink in, you find solid purchase, and you proceed forward. Up ahead of you, you see the looming cave entrance leading in. You see kelp kind of heavily growing out of the entrance, and other little odd sea plants here and there.
Bum, bum, bum.
Looks very dark.
Mine's all blue.
Are you able to see your characters?
No.
You're towards the bottom of the map.
I have no map.
I have no map either.
Oh man.
Let me check your tokens here.
Just have blueness.
Tokens are gone too.
Vision has sight. Yeah, you all have sight.
Do we need to find a map to open?
Share your zoom out. Just roll your mouse wheel down.
Yeah, I'm zoomed all the way out. It's not doing. Nothing's moving.
I got nothing.
It's just a blue screen.
Wait, something's coming up.
There we
It
go.
may take a bit for it to load. Just give it a second.
I got it.
We're kind of
Oh.
impatient.
I didn't preload it. Sorry, I should have preloaded it.
There it goes.
Hey.
Hey, what kind of plants are those?
So what do y'all wish to do at this point?
Proceed. Who wants to go first?
You want me to sneak ahead?
Sneaky, sneaky.
It's always worked before, right?
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
I don't know, if Althea could pull out her sunblade or leave her sunblade out and announce our presence to everybody, making the sneaking unnecessary and useless.
Yeah, maybe turn that lightsaber off for a minute.
All right, I'm gonna put away the sunblade.
All right, so it goes away. As the sunblade goes away and the natural darkness comes about you, you can see there's slight bits of plankton and other plants and algae, growing along the edge of the cave walls, giving it a very mild but not very helpful a bit of illumination here, which helps you see a little into the darkness, but not completely. The water here has a definite chill, and you can feel it kind of coming out of the cave, and then it kind of slowly stops and slowly reverses and comes back into the cave. And you see bits of the silt kind of flowing in and then flowing back out, almost as if it's breathing.
Bell, you want to cruise about 15, 20 feet ahead?
Sure. Okay, you guys don't leave me.
We're right behind you.
Which would probably worry you just as much.
And obviously, I'm being sneaky sneak.
All right, so stop right there and just go ahead and give me so Val, you begin moving into the complex, and the cavern path, the cave path, moves northward for a short distance, and then branches off to the west, open to a bit of a larger chamber. You think, and perhaps you see a bit of a glow coming off from the west.
Well, there's air in here, or we're
What?
still in water. Or
You're still in water.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. And you see the plankton and the various kelp. There's kelp in here. It's actually grown up and around and kind of leaning over the ceiling in here. You don't see any fish swimming around in here, but up ahead of you, you see what looks like one of those motes of light in the center of the room kind of bubble up from the sandy floor and float slowly upward. Here, I'll put an X on the map for you. Let me see here where my hand is. See the hand on the map?
Mm-hmm.
Right about there. It's about 5, 10, 15 feet away from you, where this moat kind of floats up. It hits the ceiling of the cave above you and just kind of melts into it and disappears. You get a bit of a, it's kind of bizarre, but it doesn't seem to notice you or pay attention to you as it does this. So, Vale, what do you do?
I guess I'll message back to the party. I see another one of those light things. Kind of floated up and melted into the ceiling. You guys want to catch up and have me move ahead, or you want me to keep going?
Maybe we get to that corner.
You keep going and we'll maintain our distance behind you.
All right.
All right, so Vale, you move about 15 feet further into the complex. You see off to the west, it continues westward, a larger chamber heading westward, and a northerly chamber that shoots up from your current location, moving northward. So as you move southwestwardly, like you're doing, suddenly you see the kelp beside you kind of reach out and start trying to wrap itself around your legs and stuff. Give me 1 second, please.
Pop away from that.
1 second. All right. All right, so you kind of... I need to check one thing here real quick. All right, I need you to make a strength check or be restrained.
I can't attempt to acrobatically dodge it.
It is you must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained.
Yeah, you really hit me in the weak spot.
Yeah, sorry.
Ho, 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 ho.
Ability check or saving throw? Which one was it?
Strength saving throw.
Strength is your weakness.
Ooh, yeah. So, Val, you're kind of looking at the mote of light as it disappears into the ceiling. You float unconsciously backwards against the back wall of the cave, and that's when you feel this stinging, gripping feeling around your legs as something hits your legs, and you feel they just begin to go numb as something is holding you and it's kind of freezing you in your place. You are restrained, and as it restrains you, it takes a constrict on you immediately.
Oh, you're so fucking grappled.
What's your AC?
17.
Yeah, no luck in getting past your AC. But it begins to tighten around you, but it's your armor is helping resist that. You don't know how long you have on this, so
Is this similar to escaping a grapple?
very similar.
Okay, so then I could use acrobatics for that.
To escape, yes. Once you're restrained, you can.
Well, I want to do that.
All right, let me pull up the. Restrained creatures move 0. Can't benefit from any bonus of speed. Attack rolls against your creature have advantage. And I had an advantage against you. Guess I should roll again. 1 second. And the second roll. 21 does hit you. Okay. So you take 6 points of constriction damage. And now, let's see.
Wait, are you going to apply the damage? Because I don't want to get double damaged.
Yeah, I will. 1 second.
Well, I already did it.
Okay. Grappled. I wish they would take.
I message back. And I say, "Ouch! Something got me."
Right.
I follow Salty out of the cave.
Don't touch the plants. They're very bad.
All right, now we've moved from Ed's jokes to Elizabeth's prediction of Ed jokes.
That's so meta.
All right, are we going to do initiative, or what are we going to do?
No, he needs to do a. It is a. I'm trying to find the damn rules because D&D Beyond never gives you the rules very simply.
Well, if I'm grappled, I can use acrobatics or athletics
To escape the grapple.
contested check.
And the grappler gets to use whichever one's best for it.
Oh, I think the grappler has to use athletics.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that rule right now. Can't seem to find it for some fucked up reason.
The grappler can use either. Once the grapple's established.
Okay.
I put all this on my notes, but I didn't on this particular item. Don't know why I didn't. How annoying.
I'm not thinking the kelp's very dexterous, though. I'm, just saying.
Or I could just cut my way out.
What if you made a nice seaweed salad and ate your way out?
Oh, with those sesame seeds? Oh, that's so good.
Right. Maybe a little seared tuna?
With my Blendomatic.
All right. Go ahead and give me a. You said you want to use your dexterity?
Yes.
All right.
Way better than my strength.
I bet.
It would almost have to be. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Not that great.
Oof. Okay.
Kidding.
No, it has got you really twisted up in there. Y'all begin to see Doomsday to the right of you. It's much slower than the one that's on Vale, but you begin to see the kelp beside you slowly begin to lean forward, coming off the ceiling towards y'all, beginning to move downward. What do you do?
Out of the way?
Yeah, I'm gonna hack at it.
right. So you're gonna attack the the kelp. It's all about. Sure. Go ahead and let's just do this real quick then. I'm going to add. All right. On the combat tracker, go ahead and let's just go ahead and roll initiative so we can just track it much easier at this point. And Salazar, here we go. All right. So it's the one by you, Doomsday, is already begun to move towards you. So it's not very fast. So then we're going to go to Urch. What's Urch going to do at this point? Urch, you're against a clear wall. You don't see any. There's kelp and stuff here and plants, but it's not thick like it is where Doomsday is. What's Urch going to do? So are you going to move north, southwest, east? Are you going to help somebody, or are you just going to stay where you are?
Urch is probably going to run up and help Vel. He's a helper.
You can assist Vel to escape if you want by grabbing a hold and trying to pull him away.
Yeah, I think that's what Urch will do.
Okay, so Urch will move there. And give me, well, you're assisting, that's fine. Alright, so you'll give him advantage. Salazar. You see by the entrance right beside you, the kelp is beginning to fold inward and move inward to the entrance and kind of twine and round and just create like a weave as all the light from the outside suddenly just goes dark as it seals the entrance.
All right. Message, all right, we get to fight our way out of here. The entrance is sealed. No, actually, I'm not going to do that because that's an action. Never mind. We're going to do 2 Eldritch Blasts on the... Whoops. I forgot to switch back to keyboard. 2 Eldritch Blasts on the... kelp that is attacking D-Day. 2 Eldritch Blasts toward the kelp that is okay. 1 toward and 1. So it is a 21 hit. I'm pretty sure 7 doesn't.
Oh yeah, it's easy to hit. So yeah, you throw off 2. Where are you on here? You're down towards the bottom. So you're attacking the one near Doomsday.
Yeah.
All right, so Doomsday, you're kind of looking at this stuff as it's slowly moving towards you. And did you tell Vale or Doomsday that the entrance is closing? Salty.
I sent that to Doomsday.
All right, you hear Salty, or was that Salty in your ear saying, "Hey, the entrance is still there. We're going to fight our way out of here." And then suddenly you see 2 blasts of energy slam into the kelp beside you, and it immediately retreats back away from you. Can you go ahead and roll damage, please?
12.
All right.
Oh, damn it. I should have used my uncanny dodge. All right, well, I guess I'm going to try to break this grapple again.
All right.
With assistance.
Right, so that means I get advantage?
Yes. All right.
There.
So Urch reaches in, grabs a hold of you, and you're backing away, and pull yourselves 5 feet away from the kelp. So you're basically, 5 feet away from him.
Well, I don't want to move toward this other kelp. I'd rather move more.
You can move yourself
like
5,
here.
5 feet. It's your turn, though. Actually, you have the full move. But see, Urch moves here.
Yeah, there we go. Because okay. Well, I guess I will take a swing at that thing, and then bonus action disengage and Yeah, here's probably good.
Okay.
So well, I guess I actually used my action to
Yeah, she did. She has your move 11.
escape.
Now, do you have a
So,
bonus?
I mean, not a attack or anything. I
Okay.
can yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Here, I'll move like to the center of the room.
All right.
Oh, I see some glowing shit over here.
I'm sure a sickly green glow is completely natural.
Here it is.
Yeah, nothing to worry about.
You said the kelp was slow moving?
Yes.
Okay. I will bonus action draw my sunblade, and then
Be right back.
and then I will walk away from the slow moving kelp to, let's say, here. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Yeah, let's go. Wait a minute. Where was I at?
Right next to D-Day.
All right. Hard to see the grid on this. I'm going to do it. 5, 10.
Oh, I'll change it for you so it's a little more visible.
25, 30, and I get an extra 10 feet because it's the first round of combat, so I'm going to end right there with my sunblade out. Move, bonus action. And I'm not going to attack. I'm going to...
If you refresh your map, the grid should be a little more visible for you now.
It automatically refreshed for me, and that is much better. Thank you.
Okay.
So if any kelp slowly moves towards me,
All right.
I'm going to chop it away from me.
All right, so that's Althea.
Mhm.
All right. Doomsday, you're up.
Okay.
I advise you to also walk away from the kelp.
I'm going to move up to here.
All right.
And I'm assuming I'm not in range immediately of attacking or being attacked by any kelp by where I am. Is that accurate or not?
Where you are right now, you're not being attacked, but you can see the kelp. The aggressive kelp is moving about, but slowly the non-aggressive kelp is beginning to move forward, and it's very slow, and it's beginning to move inward and fall from the ceiling and down and about because the long tendrils have grown over time.
All right. Given our experiences so far, what do I think would be my best weapon under here? I've got hand axe, javelin, great axe, and harpoon. I'm looking at fighting kelp.
Hedge trimming.
Hedge trimming, yeah. Harpoon, you could use it to push it away from yourself and give yourself distance. But axe would definitely cut into it and sever it from its stalk. But you don't know what free-floating kelp will do, right? You just don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to have my hand axe ready, and if anything comes within striking distance, since I didn't attack, I'll use my move and hold my attack. If anything comes up to me, I'm going to smack it with my hand axe.
Okay. It's the end of your turn?
End of turn.
All right. Yeah, so again, the kelp begins moving inward and closer. It's not very fast. Even the aggressive kelp, it has to span that distance. You think possibly if you stay here, this area will become entangled and will become extremely difficult terrain to get through. unless y'all move out of the area. You notice Urch back over, and I'll hold a hand out back in this area over here. You notice that that kelp is kind of, there's nobody by it. It's kind of receded back into the wall. But Salazar, you can tell the entrance is not reopening.
Okay.
So anyway, that's what y'all currently see going on. Urch, what do you wish to do?
She doesn't have anything to do that I can find with like speak with plants or
No, she does
control
not have that.
plants or anything
No.
like that. So, she's gonna try to move up with the party.
All right.
15 puts her real close to that stuff. Which way are we going? Are we going the way Althea was going, or are we going toward the glow?
I'm not actually going any particular direction. I just wanted to make room for other people to get out of the way of the kelp.
Are we headed toward the glow, or are we going that? Wait a minute.
I have no strong
So
feelings.
to the north by northwest, there is the corridor continues onward, or the natural cavern continues northwesterly, or you can go northeasterly. Both of them make their way through here. So, Urch, it's up to you. Do you move forward or not? Where do you go?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, it puts her right in the middle of a bunch of kelp.
All right. So, what's Urch's regular move? Your half your move in this water. In here.
Her movement normally is 35.
So 15. If you have a ring of swimming, it is not halved. And I don't think she does.
He does not.
She gave it to me.
Okay.
See anything on inventory?
But
and she doesn't have any shapes left, so that's probably why.
no, we took a short rest, so
Okay.
all wild shapes should be back.
Does she want to wild shape into something?
Isn't that frog thing large? And this is a...
Yeah, it's large. It would have issues for sure.
I think she'll stay in this shape for now.
She has a frog shape, but it's tiny and not very many hit points. There's a crocodile, but that's not a water-breathing creature.
Right, it has to hold it. It can
has-
hold its breath a really long time, but still.
Yeah.
Does she have now that because she summoned those giant octopus? I don't know if she's got if that's something.
Again, it's a giant octopus down here.
Does an octopus have issues squeezing or not?
It's not about squeezing, it's about how much space it's going to take up in here. So you can do that if you want. I can look it up real quick and pull one in.
But
I was just saying, since it's an octopus,
I just don't know the CR of that creature.
I don't either, so let's not worry about it. So,
yeah, so if Urch is staying in human form, then Urch can't be all the way up there.
no.
Right.
I'm going to put Urch right here just for Urch's own...
Perfect.
Right.
That
Okay.
looks like a perfect spot.
All right. So that's Urch.
Well, that's right. That's right back where Urch was. I thought you were putting Urch.
Right there.
Yes,
All right.
that's good.
Yeah. You're right.
Salazar, you're up. What do you do?
All right.
I'll tell you what, I'll take over moving Urch around and stuff, and only when combat starts, you don't need to worry about Urch. Salazar, what do you do?
Move up. That kelp to my right is not. You said it had receded to the cave wall.
Yeah, as you move by, though, it kind of...
Shoot it again.
All right.
Damn it. Pretty much the same as last time. .10
All right. Yeah, so you fire off into this entanglement of kelp, trying to hit what you think might be a critical, point. You're just not sure, right? All right. Your energy does blast into it, though it doesn't seem to do a lot. Vale, you're up. As I described
Right,
before, you see a light off to the northwest and nothing to the north. It's darkness that leads into the northwest easterly. Let me check them real quick. Actually, you do. You see a greenish light emitting from the north. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. What's your vision distance here?
Is it still halved, or is it?
Should be halved, so it should be 30. Update token. Close. Of course, there's light, so it may. Yeah.
Right, I thought our vision was obscured because of the thick kelp.
Yes, and down here it's the kelp's kind of moving from the walls and stuff, so it's at 30 feet down here, and it's also very dark. Now you could have Althea pull her light blade out. That might give you some light, but I'm not
I
sure how
already
much.
did on my last turn.
Ah, okay. So let me see here. Token emits. All right, so Althea's sword glows throughout the area. Need to change it. Still too bright. Token should be. All right, there we go. All right. Anyway, so as her sword illuminates the area, you see some green light to the north of you, northeast, and regular light to the northwest. What do you do? Vale.
Okay, which way you think we should go, guys?
I think we should go northwest, but I'll go with whatever the group wants.
Yeah, the corridor to the northwest looks a little wider, perhaps, but you're not sure. It does kind of curve.
Well, I mean, that green glow seems like something we're gonna have to deal with sooner or later.
I'm going to be following you guys, whichever way you go.
All right, Bill, why don't you go ahead and scout up ahead that green glow that you like so much?
Okay. I will, being very careful to avoid the walls.
Uh-huh.
5, 10, 15, 20. This would be 25 feet of movement right here.
Okay. So you kind of skip around the kelp, and it does kind of lean out as you go by, like some kind of ghostly arms reaching down of plants, but as you move past them, but as you do, and get past them, they begin going back up against the wall. Like once you get past them, you go northward for a short distance into the further into the complex, and you see more of the kelps here, but they're much smaller in size. And the ones to the north of you and to the south of you, as it goes around this corner into a larger chamber, you see they're kind of glowing naturally of a very strong green light as it's kind of naturally growing, glowing here.
So that's from the kelp?
Yeah. Oh, plants. Little barnacle-like green glowing plants and barnacles.
Okay.
I need some music while this is playing.
I guess I'll just hide here and message back and say the glow seems to be coming from the plants.
Okay. And what do y'all do now?
Let's follow Bell. How about a 5-minute break?
You're gonna follow Val northward?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All right, y'all want to stop here and take a quick 5-minute break?
I think
Sounds
that's
good.
All right.
Sounds good.
Let's take a quick fiber.
Okay. done it.
Hi, folks.
Blue.
Okay. You able to hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
So we left off with Vale just finishing his turn. And now it's my turn. Vale, as you move forward, you see a little spark of white light kind of fly from the wall to the west of you. And it's one of those little motes, but it goes and it like goes towards you and begins to pass over you. But it gets large as it does this. 1 second. Where are my glasses so I can see? Sucks getting old where you can't see anymore, I'm telling you. Alright. So this spectral energy flows from the wall towards you and passes through you, but doesn't affect you as its mass moves past you, probably a good few inches away from the core of your body. But as it does, this cold, frigid water passes through and around you, and this suffering kind of comes through you. You feel this individual has been here for some time. Its soul. You realize this is a soul in here that's been suffering. Something is holding these souls, has drugged them down here. You get the distinct feeling that something has occurred here. Perhaps you could discern more.
That was weird.
Okay, that's it. All right, and then it pulls away from you and passes through the wall to the east of you. Althea, you're up.
I follow.
As you're coming up the hallway, you see a shimmering light move very close to Vale and then disappear to the wall slightly to the east of you over here. It kind of disappears.
That light just disappeared into the wall.
Yeah, you've seen a few of those do that.
I think it's a soul.
We must free them.
Yeah, okay.
Soul is delicious. You pan fry it.
Yeah, that's what I was
Make sure
thinking.
you
A little
get a
butter,
good-
lemon, garlic.
Make sure you get a good sear on it.
So along the walls here in this area, you see scrape marks and drag marks, like something has been pulled through here, of a fairly large size. The sand here is not like it was near the entrance. It's thinned out, and the plankton and the algae has like been scraped away as something's been pulled through here.
Oh, it's pet love time.
Doomsday, what do you do?
I'm going to move up. Staying in the middle, though, these grids are kind of funky. Moving up and holding my attack just in case one of these things tries to whip out at me. I'm going to smack it with my hand axe.
Okay.
That is all.
Okay. Alright. Oops, went too far. My bad. Oy. Let me go back. Okay. Give me 1 second, please. Okay, so Doomsday, like I said, you even catch a glimpse of that spectral um, entity that moved through very near Vale. Um, and then this sickening sound kind of, you know how sound from a whale kind of travels? This is a much more like ill, sick, vile sound kind of reverberates through the water. And you can see the water kind of shimmer and it passes past y'all. And when that happens, you see a lot of these motes kind of flash and spark all through the walls here and there. And one right beside you, Doomsday and Althea, and now it's past it. So Doomsday and Althea, these motes kind of materialize near you. One's coming out of the floor right by you, Doomsday. One drops out of the ceiling by you, Althea. But they don't like really move. They just kind of like free float and fall. And if you happen to be where they are, they attack. So we go ahead and roll the attack against Doomsday here. So the one floating up between your legs has a 14 versus your armor class.
Miss.
All right, and the one attacking Althea, 7 versus your armor class. They both miss. And so you quickly move aside, and they just kind of float away and beyond you. They don't seem to have a path that they're actively hunting you down. But you have a moment now to see them, and you can see within the shadows or within the incorporeal forms of this glowing light, you see a suffering face of a long, gaunt, pulled back, ghostly image of a sailor of some sort as they kind of sink into their graves.
Whose turn is it?
It's Urch's.
Oh.
So the question is, and I'm going to stop doing initiative here. Are y'all going to press forward?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just...
Yeah, with Bell scouting ahead a little bit and us trailing 15, 20 feet.
Yeah.
Or 5, 10.
So I'm going to move y'all up ahead just a little bit. You move to one area, and you see what appears to be a... kind of opens up into more of a circular kind of room, Vale. And you see in the center a column that kind of rises up, and there's plants that have grown all around it. Some of them, though, look very purposely put here, and they kind of form it's definitely not a natural growth pattern you see. These have been purposely placed here and cultivated over time. In that center column. What do you do?
I'm gonna ponder that for a moment. That's fucking weird, right?
Out ahead, Bill.
Yeah, you don't need to move your token. Just tell me what you're going to do, and I'll handle the movement.
I guess I will kind of maybe move up to this sort of area.
All
Again, staying well clear.
I got
of
it.
plants.
So avoiding the kelp, and it does like lean outward as you move through here, but you move north by northwest, making your way, staying in between the plants, and you can see the corridor goes a good distance and makes its way up and around and continues northward. The plants here are more vibrant in their growth. The corridors are becoming a little bit more choked, and there's a bluish purplish kind of glow from the kelp to the south of you that you can see. And there's some very large kelp plants right below you, and they're slowly beginning to move in your direction. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So you probably moved more than your move. Do you have swim speed?
Yes, I do.
What's your swim speed?
30.
30? Okay, so it's... You can go to 5 feet if you want, to like about here. And then the rest of y'all follow suit? Or
We're
do you
staying 15 feet behind him.
Okay.
Like there.
So me and Althea both have swim speed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Vale. You kind of glance around the corner, and it continues northward. Off in the distance, again, you see more of that glowing
Phosphorescence.
Water ahead of you. What do you wish to do? Continue forward? Seems pretty benign at this point.
Well, that's a sure sign that there's trouble ahead.
Urch is gonna try to determine if this glow stuff is just natural or if it's induced.
You can make a nature check.
Blind or public?
So Urch looks at the looks around about. It seems to be naturally coming from the plants, but they have definitely have been grown here and placed here purposefully. So y'all continue on through the corridor, slowly making your way up through the complex. As you move through these corridors, the plants, like I said, begin to move towards you. More of those motes of lights kind of shimmer here and there. There's a sudden surge of them as they come floating out of the water all around you. I need all of you to make a... what is it? Is it athletics? No, it'd be a dexterity base. So acrobatics or a dex save, please.
Alright. Salty is also...
So basically there's a sudden bloom of all of these white shapes is kind of growing and coming out of the walls, the floor, the ceiling, all around you. Just think if you like stumbled into a school of jellyfish. It's definitely like you're trying to move out of the way, not to hit them. The DC is DC is 13.
Is it an acrobatics or is it a dex save?
It is acrobatics. You can do acrobatics. It's a dex save. I'm sorry. So no, it's not acrobatics. My bad.
Okay.
My fault. I'm sorry.
I think mine's probably the same.
Mine is different. I'll reroll.
I'm sorry. My bad.
So I have a danger sense.
So 13 is your target number.
Oh,
I made my save.
All right.
I roll with advantage on a dexterity save on anything that I can see.
Yeah, you can definitely see it. So what'd you get?
17.
So here, I'll just do this. Anybody who failed 13 or lower takes 10 necrotic damage. If you failed, make a Constitution saving throw. 10 is the DC. So anybody fail? And
Oh wait, hang on. I didn't. I'm trying. Where are the saving throws on this character sheet?
You click on the stat.
Dexterity.
And it'll ask you.
Ah, okay. Saving throw normal. Oh shit.
All right. Urge failed. So, if you fail, you take 10 damage, and your maximum hit points are reduced by that amount. It lasts
I
until the
thought-
creature takes a long rest.
Okay. What was the con save part? I rolled a con save.
Okay, so you take the damage, that means it got you, but Constitution saves, it takes a permanent damage. So you successfully avoid the long-term effect on it. But you do take the 10 points of damage. Got it?
Okay.
All right.
It's marked. Yep.
All right. So,
Salty's trying to think back through, historical stuff, religion, arcana, and see if there's any connection the way these plants are planted and all these dead, drowned souls floating
Okay.
around.
Go ahead and make a check.
Do you want it religion or history? They're the same.
So yeah, you
Yeah.
guys want religion or history?
Okay.
Make a history check. So 18.
Okay.
Well, there are various aquatic races that do cultivate plants to be eaten and stuff. You don't really know if that's what this is or not. You didn't see edible plants. They looked very, to you, they don't look edible, but who knows what creature would possibly be eating these.
Okay.
So, you continue northward, and this area is kind of cramped. The plants here are kind of slowly moving in towards you. You see to the west it dead ends, but it continues north. So the water temperature here has definitely gotten colder, and you begin to hear almost like a moaning in the water. It seems to have a vibration to it. It's very disconcerting to all of you.
No, we could just go back and tell them we went into the cave, we didn't see anything. We killed some plants, and you're fine.
There's no frogs, man.
I'm just saying, this is weird shit going on in here.
No disagreement there.
Give me 1 second, please.
Oh, never like that.
All right, back to where y'all are. Okay, so y'all wish to continue northward, or what? You're what, retreating? Not sure.
That's on, I say.
Okay. Yeah, again,
That's one boat.
I concur.
All in favor? Any not?
Yeah, sure.
Bye.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Fine. Oh yeah, that was a great idea.
y'all emerge from the corridors, the cramped corridors with plants all about you. The water temperature here is now dropped significantly, and it's quite chilly in here. The algae and the plankton and the kelp and seaweed and other plants here is taking on a bit of a different kind of appearance to it. You notice the kelp has these long spindle spikes and thin tendrils coming out, almost like the tendrils that a jellyfish would have on it. They're not very long, but they're kind of, you can definitely see the walls are very, very different from the rest of the complex. To the east of you, you see what appears to be an old sunken temple with bones scattered about on the ground. Even more plants about it as they kind of wave back and forth. You can't quite make out what the statue is from here, but from this distance, that's kind of what you see. And it continues to the west.
Investigate. We'll wait here.
It also continues to the west.
Oh,
Also.
that's actually within Salty's vision range.
And the water to the west of you, by the way, has a faint, off in the distance, greenish glow to it.
Are we
I don't know what.
initiative, or how are we doing this?
So it's up to y'all. Y'all can decide. You move yourselves if you like.
Salty wants to investigate this ancient artifact over here.
Yeah, let's go that way.
Yep.
All right, so y'all move yourselves towards the.
It looks the most dangerous.
Looks the oldest.
I think maybe we should stay, spread out a little bit.
You're not my mom.
I said I think maybe.
You're not my coal mine supervisor.
Calm down, Cheryl.
God, I'm so glad you got that.
All right. Yeah. So you get over to where where this old. You don't recognize it. It does not look anything recently. You can try to make a history check if you like.
All right.
Can Urch give you assistance on that with his spell, whatever it is he does?
Yes.
Yes, she can. 3 plus 1d4.
1d4.
My God, that's like. How did I possibly 2 and 2? Yep, I could roll a 6. Yep.
You should have just rolled a d4 and added it.
I got a 13 on my history check.
Oh my God.
You know, Doomsday, you look at it, it looks like old tribal kind of architecture.
That's in my wheelhouse.
Yes, it is. You're like, it's and based on the nature of this thing, it's a representation of a fertility goddess. Has the swollen belly, the crossed legs, where they kind of create that little shape around the whole tummy area and all that, creating that
Classic.
goddess of fertility. But coming off of her back are these spindles that come out, and on these spindles there's skulls of different types carved into them, all kind of creating a fan above her head.
That's where the fun starts, kids.
Nothing here, though, seems to be moving. You do see glints of metal around the bones, the base of the statue.
So Salty's kind of scratching his head. Yeah, I'm not sure. Might be
Aren't you an
Bakunish?
archaeologist?
Yeah.
Maybe Vel needs to investigate.
I don't want to fuck with that thing.
You hear you hear in the water like a pulsing throughout the water. Off in the distance, if there can be a distance in the water, it just reverberates through the complex. And y'all felt something similar to that earlier, where all those motes of lights came up out of the walls and the floor, but you don't seem to see them this time.
Well, that's good.
All right, so we've got a fertility goddess surrounded by death.
I mean, maybe they, suck the life out of something to make a new life.
That does not sound surprising to me at all.
It's kind of like kids. Oh, sorry.
Kids took the life out of you? Yes, they do. All right.
At least the sanity.
Yeah, that too.
All right. Well, I'll go up and I'll explore around there and see if there's anything.
I mean, I can investigate it. Look for some traps and.
Yeah, let's go see if there's anything treasure worthy over there before we move on. Get attacked by some giant creature.
I'm just gonna hang back here and keep an eye out and try to stay alert for any danger.
So no runes.
So who's moving up to investigate?
Are there
I
any?
am.
Are there any runes or
It's
markings or
what you
anything like
do.
that on the statue?
Sorry, are there ruins or markings on the statue?
Yes.
You're gonna get within 5 feet of it just because of how the overgrowth here.
Let me go check it out.
I saw that face, Salty. So y'all all like
so
push.
much-
You push and
what-
shove on Vel to get him to go investigate it. You go investigate it, Vel.
Yes, I'll get within 5 feet of the motherfucker and investigate it.
All right. Are you trying to do it stealthily or not? Or are you just gonna?
I always do everything stealthily.
All right.
So you want an investigation?
Oh, Vel, check over there. Look over there. Check
yeah.
that.
All right.
Yes.
Let me have a look here.
Make a blind investigation.
I'll pull out my magnifying glass and
Okay.
Can
I'll
Urch
keep
have given
watch
him
over
guidance
here.
before he went over there?
I'll
Yes.
keep watch up here.
Okay, so Urch gave you guidance before he went over there.
Excellent.
It's a cantrip. So
She smacks you on the ass. Go get him, champ.
that sounds like Urch.
Right.
so can anyone assist, or is this just me doing my thing?
Your own thing.
Investigation. You don't want me to assist you on investigation.
Want me helping on investigation?
You'll get a negative.
You do not want me helping on investigation.
So you move
How's
up to the statue, and you get up there and you look at it, and you're like, huh, this is kind of interesting. And the various tendrils that are coming off the statue's head, you see stuck into the skulls of it would appear to be like little bottles of sorts, like honorifics stuck into it.
These tendrils are like plant tendrils?
Yeah. No, the spikes that are carved into the statue I mentioned earlier, like they come out of it, like they're like
Okay, those.
there's spiral little spikes that come out of the back of the statue, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on. Four of these that come out of it, and they all have like little stuck in the mouths of the skulls, like little bottles, vials, or you can't really make them out. You're not sure. You'll have to swim up there, or probably climb up the statue to get up there. And of course, you notice the vines are slowly, not the vines, but the kelp is beginning to move on both sides of you, to the north and to the south. It's beginning to move towards you.
How high up are the spikes?
It is 15 feet up to get to them.
Okay.
You can
So
swim
guys,
up there.
or I can mage hand.
So it's
I will use a mage hand.
The timer's going. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna use my mage hand to stealthily, as if I were picking a pocket, to remove one of the bottles.
Okay, so you cast your mage hand. The kelp's coming down off the ceiling, slowly but ominously making its way towards you. Little tendrils that are clear tubulars on it are like reaching out into the water, like trying to.
If one of those gets to within where it's actually going to hit him, not like close enough, like it's.
So you have a ready action to fire your bolt at it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So your mage hand. How do we want to do this? Let's make a.
Sleight of hand.
Yes.
And I'm gonna I'm gonna fill up a little sack of sand and pull like an Indiana Jones. Right.
So you have 2 mage hands to do this, or just?
Well, no, I was take the one mage hand and just kind of.
It's got to be
Yeah, I guess
pushed
that
in.
would.
Yeah, it's got to be pushed into the hole. You got to pull it out of the mouth of the skull's mouth first.
Okay, well, I'll just fuck it. I'm gonna sleight of hand this motherfucker.
All right, roll a sleight of hand. You can make it public. Sleight of hand, 17. All right. So you go up there and you pull it out. The skull kind of wobbles a little bit. You realize they're continuously balanced on these rods. You pull it out though, and your hand gets it out, and it floats free of the skull. So it's floating up there. The tendrils are slowly coming down. What do? You bring the bottle towards you, or?
Well, yeah.
Okay. All right, so you float the bottle down to you. It takes a little bit of time, and it gets to you, and you look at it. It's crusted over. It's got algae all around the bottle. You have to kind of wipe it off. 1 second. What the fuck? So it's a plain incandescent color, whatever the hell that is, and smells. Well, you can't even smell it. Sorry. So it has I don't know what that fucking color is. I've never seen that word before.
What word?
I'm looking it up now. A new word from my dictionary of words. Huh. So it's just a. Okay, so it's just an indiscriminate color. So yeah, it's kind of a greenish, brownish swirls kind of flow throughout the bottle. As you clear it. All right, who else wants to go? That's his action. Anybody else?
So he's looking at a bottle that has swirls of color inside of it?
Yes. He pulled it out of the skull, brought it down to him, wiped the algae off of it, kind of held it up so he could see it through Althea's sword's light, and he could see swirls of brown and green flecks kind of swirl. Well, actually, it's like tendrils of brown and a vibrant green moving all around and about inside of it.
Drink it.
Don't listen to her.
Ladies first.
Yeah.
But there's
Release
three more.
it.
There's three more up there. But so you've done all that, but Salso, you're kind of watching this. You're momentarily distracted by this bottle as he's holding it up, and you kind of look,
Althea and I are
and you
keeping watch.
notice the tendrils are very close to him. Do you attack him,
Mel, step back.
or do you just tell him to step back?
Well, I mean, I can shoot off the blast. Do I have a chance to tell him to step back?
You do.
I'll shoot the blast,
All
because
right.
that's what I said I was going to do.
All right, roll to hit. Your target number is 13, armor class 13.
I think that one might have get there.
Rolled with urge.
That might have got there too.
That's Urge.
Oh, well, it's the same die roll. I'm typing the die roll in manually. But,
Oh.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you roll 24 and a 17. Yeah. So two. What these are your bolts? What are they?
Eldritch Blast.
So
yeah,
two
the
Eldritch
cantrip.
blasts fly out to the water. They hit the kelps on either side of the statue, and it kind of they vibrate and shake and rumble, and then they get far more animated and begin to move more aggressively all around the cap of this thing. You see it kind of comes up and over and begins snaking its way down towards the to where Vel is. Man,
Whoops.
Give me a second, please.
There you go. Got you something.
Coming out of the womb of the fertility statue, eels go they start coming out of the statue. Tell you
Who
what,
writes this stuff?
me. All right, let's get some initiatives here.
Hovercraft is full of eels. What?
All right, got Urch. Star.
Hang on, I gotta add you to combat, please.
Oh.
1 second.
Oh, right, from the initiative tracker. Yeah. Okay.
I didn't end the last one, so give me a second here. And then we go here, right click. All right.
My initiative sucks today.
Oh, are we up there?
Oh, I didn't know we were rolling fresh initiative. There we go.
Arch has already rolled. Okay.
Ah, damn it! What is going on?
All
I
right.
swear I have a bonus.
Do you adjust it, or are you good?
I don't. How do I see what?
Should be in the in the chat if you scroll up. Doomsday 1d20 plus 3 point your initiative 0.16 for your initiative. For
Yeah, roll the 2.
your dex.
Roll the 2. Yeah. All right.
Damn. You rolled a 2, but you have a plus 3, right?
Yeah.
So you got 5 points. Yeah, okay, that's right.
Yeah.
That sucks. All right. All right, top of the round. 1 second. All right. We now have, so, as I said, you see these eels spew out from the womb of the fertility statue all about you, just whoosh, and they're huge. I mean, like the size of your leg. And they have these oily, slick skin about them as they come out. And they just kind of all around themselves as they come out, and they flow around you and about you. You're kind of waving your arms, getting them away from you. They have these vicious teeth kind of this clawing out of their mouths almost, and they have this unnatural affinity with the water to move about you very fast and with ease. Vale, you're up first. What do you do?
Okay, I shriek. Ah!
Salty,
And
you
then
start looking
I
at
cast.
Urch. Go ahead.
I cast mirror image from the wand.
All right.
I bonus action disengage.
So casting from the wand's an action, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So that means.
Then I bonus action disengage. Cunning action.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna. What's that funny thing? I don't like the looks of any of this. Salty's way down. Shit. I guess I will fall back a bit to like here.
All right.
Okay, no wait, I don't want to go that way. I want to go fall back like down here. That's everything.
Okay.
I don't have the in-turn button.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, you didn't start combat yet.
Oh, that would be why. All right. There you go.
Ah,
I'm used to doing it manually. All right.
Yeah.
I might go. Which one is? Okay. So this one here.
Track my mirror images.
Five, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15. It will reach out towards Salsazar. So the kelp to the bottom of the statue, it just, like I said, it began moving, and they just kind of like, whoosh, and it's kind of come like long, leafy limbs just kind of come down and fall towards Salsazar and attack him with their entangling vines attack. So Salsazar, you're going to need to make a roll an attack to hit. Oh, it's just a save. Okay, no, I have to roll a hit, don't I? No, it's just a save. Alright. Make a save and throw. 13 DC strength.
Strength.
Yep.
Sure.
Good luck, Salty.
Whoops.
My earphones are hot today.
It's just hot today.
Look, my ear's hot.
Oh my God, you made it.
So Salazar, you're like, you already fired off 2 bolts, like, oh shit, it's whoosh, all this shit goes on, oh fuck, and you look about, you see these kelps, like these big long kelp branches, like falling down towards you, the tendrils spinning out towards you, and you quickly like bat them away and move away from them, swashing them away from them, getting away from you. They do not entangle you. All right. That's that one. 5, 10, 15. One to the north of you. You're also near it. It will also attack you. Similar. I need you to make another save, please.
Oh yeah, pushing the luck here now.
Typical Vale. He's like, run away!
Hey man, I'm a rogue. That's
nope,
how we do
no,
it.
you
Nope. That
failed.
was
Oh,
no,
no.
that was in wrong. I entered it wrong. Sorry.
Oh,
-1, not =1.
yeah, if you just click on your character sheet in the game, it'll roll just fine for you. I updated it so it has the latest numbers. All right.
That's it.
All right, 14, DC 13. You succeeded. So you successfully battered away 2 attacks from the kelps.
I'm gonna die soon.
All right, Urch. All right, what does Urch do?
Urch is going to cast.
So there are 2 separate helps, and they both attack.
Yeah. Do I have them separate? They should all be as 1 kelp. Yeah, I have multiple kelps on the combat. Let me remove that.
Okay.
So
Alright.
this is the kelp?
Yeah, hang on. I made a mistake on my initiative thing here. They have to all act as 1. Damn it. Give me a second. Let me correct that real quick. My bad.
No worries.
Modify
Come on, stop it.
20. 20.10. And then the other one. So it's 1, 2, and 3. That'll, yeah. And then this one here should be also.
Oh, so that's cute. Okay. So that kelp is 1 kelp?
It's 1 big organism.
Right. How do you draw? There, I think that'll work.
Just tell me what you're wanting to do.
5, 10, 15, 20.
He wants to kill everything.
Rhino.
That area there. I need
Alright.
everything, any creature in the area when the spell is cast.
What
He's
spell
telling
you're
you Harry
casting?
fired it.
Just drop
Oh,
the
very
click
fine.
the spell so it drops into the chat box.
Did that? I clicked it.
That's okay. I will get it.
It's fairy fire.
Primal Fairy Fire. Okay. All right. Fairy Fire.
Vel loves fairy fire.
I know.
So it's a DC 14 Dex save
Working on
for
it.
every creature. Okay, sorry about that. But you were having it kind of easy over there.
So what are they if they fail? They're just.
They are. They shed dim light in a 10-foot radius, and anyone who's attacking them has advantage on them, and
Yes.
they can't. If they go invisible, it doesn't really help them.
Or if there's any invisible creatures in that area, they would be
And Urch wants
exposed.
violet with green stripes.
Yeah, if I only had that, I'm sorry. No. Alright, so I'm going to put little hearts on them to represent that they have that effect on them.
Okay.
This one here. That one succeeded. This one here failed. Alright.
I don't see the little hearts.
Oh, I do.
There they
They're
are.
the same
Okay.
color as the stuff.
Okay, yeah, I see it now.
Let me get rid of
That
my...
one succeeded. One
Well.
more.
I'm not sure how to get rid of my little mark.
That one succeeded. And then the kelp. You illuminate an area of the kelp, but it's the way it is. I mean, yeah, I guess you could illuminate the heart of the kelp of the what's controlling the rest. So I'll give that a go. Sure. All right.
Okay.
So those.
How do I get rid of my cube?
Oh. So what you do is you click on the drawing tool.
Okay.
Or the casting tool, whichever one it is you use, and you'll see
I
like a
use the
little
drawing
starburst. No, it's actually a casting tool, so it's the one right below the head, like a little angled.
Okay.
And you'll see a starburst appear, and you do is you put your mouse over the starburst. It'll get a orange box around it, and you hit delete on your keyboard.
Delete. Ah, okay.
And I'll get rid of it for now, though.
Alright, so that was Urch's action, and then she's going to... Oh, no. I didn't get rid of... Hang on. I didn't get rid of the tool.
Oh, no.
I got rid of it for you.
Thank you. Okay, 5, 10.
Speaking of getting rid of, I vanished.
What the hell?
Somebody?
We lost our barbarian.
Damn it.
Did you get
I
deleted by-
vanished. I vanished, and then
I bet you got deleted by accident. Oh well.
I vanished, and then I refreshed, and I'm still vanished.
D-Day's
fine.
been canceled.
I'll find. Where were you?
So, is that a side effect of your rage? You go invisible now?
I was right in this area somewhere.
Yeah,
So-
somewhere down in here, south.
Oh, there I am.
Oh, there he is.
I was up here.
Just move yourself wherever you are.
I don't think anybody's standing near the green stuff.
Is that where you are, Doomsday?
I was there.
That's about right.
Just move yourself. You should be able to drag and drop your token.
I was somewhere around here.
All right.
I think you were closer. Much closer.
That was right there.
All right. Is that it for Urch?
Fuck.
You think
Alright.
Urch might turn into a frog or something?
Attacks 1.
We do have the space for frogs now.
And my initiative roll was right after Salty.
So.
Oh, you completely disappeared.
I need to add you to the combat tracker 1 second. And
I told you, D-Day.
so-
D-Day
so
got canceled.
Modify. That'll put you at.
The kelp is mocking us now.
All right. So we're gonna move on. So this one does not. So it will swim out. 5. All right, so one of the eels that's come from the womb swims out towards you, Salsazar, and it spins by you, and its tail whips out towards you. Now its mouth, to your surprise, and attacks you with its tail. I need you to make a saving throw. I will get melee attack. Hang on. Constitution saving throw or be stunned. It's still got to make an immediate attack against you, so I don't know why it didn't give me that option. So let me roll the bite attack. Oh, I see what it is. Okay. So it does the bite, and then the tail discharges the electrical charge. So 22 versus your armor class is a hit. Now make a
Yep.
saving throw versus DC 13 Constitution. And I'll apply the damage to you. Alright, so the bite, it kind of comes swimming in like a worm, like right onto your leg, your upper thigh, and like, and that tail like flashes and electrical charge goes through your body. The DC was, what did I tell you? 13. And you rolled a
13.
13. You saved. Okay. So... Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. So you do not take any damage, right? Saving throw or be stunned. Yeah, okay, you're good. Alright, so that's that one. And that was 5, 10. And 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah. And it swims past you. It attacks you, then continues swimming past you towards Doomsday. You can take an attack of opportunity if you want, or not use your reaction.
I have a dagger. It's going towards Doomsday.
Yeah.
I'll save my attack of opportunity.
All right.
You can take it, dude. What you?
Save it for what?
There's 4 more of those things.
Save it for Christmas.
Another one comes towards you. This is one that's illuminated. And it will make the attack on you, Salazar. Sorry, man. You're the first target available. And it attacks normal. That's a 20 versus your armor class. It's a hit. Deals you 12 points of damage. I'll apply it, don't worry.
Healing potions are in the left pocket of the haversack.
Alright. And then it continues southward towards Vale. And you can take an attack of opportunity if you want.
Yes, I will.
And you have advantage, is that correct? Because it's illuminated?
Yep.
Alright. Alright.
Does it a 15 hit?
It does hit, yeah.
Oh, cool. So the dagger, let me see. Inventory, dagger. No. Yeah. 1d.
Ed's got all of his information written on his ceiling.
No, it's on the monitor up. My
So
character
your
sheet's on the
dagger is
monitor.
1d20 plus 3 plus 3.
3. Yep.
You should have got
Plus
2.
3 plus 3?
Yeah, it's your... Yeah, you're not calculating your stuff right. Anyway, 17.
What's
and
the
then
extra plus? Okay, cool. I like that. That's better.
I'll check it and see, but that should be it, though. It is 1d4 plus your modifier and your proficiency, right? Possible.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, plus
Yeah.
6.
Yeah. All right. So you've been shortening yourself. It's in the character sheet in the. Anyway, damage. Hit the damage in the chat box, please.
Damage in the chat box. Ah, okay. It's not doing anything.
I got it. I rolled it. That's why. All right. All right. So you strike out with your dagger, hitting the eel, and to your surprise, let me double check it. Yeah. To your surprise, as it swims past you, the dagger catches it in its side, and it literally swims along the dagger, gutting itself, and just goes lifeless and begins floating in the water away from you.
Well, that's nice.
So it never made it to Vel. It is dead.
Salty killer.
Eels. I can get eels, okay.
Whatever.
I don't like eels. They taste like shit, but hey, you know.
My daughter loves them.
All right. And then the next one up.
Yeah, eels and urchins. No thanks.
Oh, nobody likes urchin.
Yeah, that shit's
Alright.
gross.
I'm convinced that urchin was never actually a Japanese dish. It's just something that
The
they
eel to the south of the statue swims straight at Vale to attack him. Really fast. It kind of loops around the kale, or that's kale.
We are making salad.
It loops around the kelp. It's like whoosh,